What's up, everybody? OGP back with you for another movie review. I am going to be reviewing the movie X. Yes, the 2022 Ti West film X. That's what we're talking about now. If you would, hit that thumbs up button. If you enjoy these videos and you want more, let me know down below what movies you want me to review. While I got you here really quickly, this thing here, if you're wondering, is a movie palette. I got it from my buddy Mark over at Movie Palette. If you like these type of things, this one's from the movie The Shining. If you like those type of things, go to moviepalette.com. You can use the discount code Phillip15, PHILLIP15 to save yourself 15% off if you're interested in getting one of those. But without further ado, let's talk about the movie X. And surprise, surprise, it's August right now, so we're about a month away from a really quick follow-up to X called Pearl, kind of an origin story, which, not to get into spoilers, but it kind of explains a little bit about the story. I don't even want to get into which particular characters and stuff in this story, but there's some backstory to it that's obvious in X. So I want to talk about X right now, but I'm definitely looking forward to Pearl. I believe that's like September, right around the middle of the month, 15, 16, something like that. I'll definitely be checking that out. For me, it would be hard to imagine it would be as good as X, because I'll tell you right now, I absolutely loved X. It was shot really well. I love the story. I love the character development. The locations were great, were like perfect. I love the vibe. Definitely, when you see the trailer of X, it kind of gives you that like old 70s Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibe, based on the location, which it's in Texas, but the farmhouse kind of feel, the van, that type of stuff. We got just enough character development where we really started to pick which characters we liked, we're kind of rooting for, and which ones we didn't. And surprisingly enough, for me, there was a twist that I kind of didn't expect. And it's not a major plot twist, but there was a little bit of a twist. And Jenna Ortega's character, something happened, and I'll just tell you, I either really liked her or I really didn't like her. And then there was a twist, and I went full opposite on my feeling of her character. I'm not going to tell you which way or the other. You'll have to watch it. Unless you've already watched it, you understand. And you know the point that I'm talking about. And maybe you'll understand my reasoning for flipping my opinion of that character. But I liked what they did with... I mean, we're talking about a horror movie here. So there's... You figure there's going to be kills or, you know, people getting messed up, things like that. I love the creativity with what they did with each different character and how their stories were wrapped up. And the killers were kind of unexpected in a sense, but their motives and their tactics were very interesting. And I think we have to kind of expect in an origin story, kind of like a prequel to this, that you would expect that would have to heavily involve the killers, because the victims were, you figure they were just regular old people with a non-interesting story, at least not interesting enough to make a whole movie about. So you would figure the prequel is going to be about the killers. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But it's really good. I mean, character development, like I've already said, the story, the locations, the cinematography was great, the acting was great. I really liked like every single aspect of it. I just don't feel like it's 5 stars on there, like a perfect rating. But I don't know why I wouldn't give it a 5 star. I don't see any major flaws. Therefore, shouldn't I give this a 5? But then I start thinking about my 5s, and to me, those are movies like Silence of the Lambs or The Shining. I mean, there's not many 5s in the world of horror, and so this is just one of those that I really love. I thought it was great. It was entertaining. I love the way it was one movie. It was a whole package. You got the start of the story, the middle, the end. We understood the motives of all the different characters, and it was complete. It was a complete story, kind of like what we didn't get with like The Black Phone, where a lot of people walked out going like, why was the killer doing what he was doing? With this, it wrapped it all up. And now with Pearl, with the origin story, maybe we're going to see a little bit more of how the killers came to be, and that's fine, as long as we don't go like, and I'm gonna drop a spoiler right here. So if you don't want to see, this is just my opinion. This has nothing to do with the movie X, but this is my opinion or my thoughts or my concerns about the movie Pearl. So here comes a little bit of a spoiler if you haven't seen X and maybe the trailer for Pearl. I hope they don't go paranormal on this, and I'm worried they might go paranormal a little bit on this. We have killers that are people. We have a solid story. We understand who and what they are. But there's somewhat of a connection between two of the characters in X that I'm worried they're going to take to a paranormal place in Pearl, and I hope that doesn't happen, because we don't need to go there. People are dark and evil enough as it is. Let's make this completely plausible. And I believe the Blu-ray came out in June, so I was thinking probably around like Black Friday, maybe like November-ish, late October, something like that, we might get the 4K. And so I'm kind of gunning for that. I'm hoping we get that, but it's an amazing movie. It really is. And to give it a score, on Letterboxd I gave it 4.5 stars, because that's the next closest score you can give it to being perfect. On a 1 to 10, which is where I typically rate movies, especially, if Fluff or I are here, we do 1 to 10. I'm going to give it a 9. And I don't give it a 10 just because I just don't know why yet. I got to maybe digest it a little more. But I don't know flaws with this. Now, I've talked to a couple other people about the movie, one including Master Chaos, and he was like, oh, well, I thought it dragged a little bit and there was some fluff and stuff. I didn't feel that way. I enjoyed the character development. I enjoyed meeting the characters and getting where we got, and I thought that the little bits and pieces of the story, whether they were critical to the story or not, they were important to character development and us as fans, as viewers, deciding who we were going to root for. And so I really enjoyed those little aspects. That some people might go like, okay, get to the point, or whatever. I just thought it was a really well developed story. It definitely had a clear first, second, and third act. And we already threw out one mini spoiler there a few minutes ago. So I'm just going to say this. I absolutely love the way they wrapped up Jenna Ortega's character. I thought that was hysterical, the way they wrapped up her story. And I'm not telling you, if you haven't seen it, you don't know. Maybe she's the final girl. Maybe she's not. Maybe there is no final girl. I'm not even going to say. But the way they wrapped up Jenna Ortega's story, absolutely loved it. So that's really all I got to say about that without diving into spoilers, and I'm not ready to do that. 9 out of 10 on X. Shame on me for taking so long to get to it. It is absolutely brilliant. Kudos to Ti West. And because of that, and I'm so happy with Ti West, my next review is actually going to be another Ti West film. And I'll tell you, this is just little bits and pieces of side notes right now, not necessarily pertaining to X. I had a viewer, and I don't remember, so you can let me know here if you haven't already. Let me know. I posted something on YouTube saying, basically, like, who recommended Eden Lake to me? I put on Eden Lake a little while ago, and it sucked. I had to turn it off. So here's bonus mini review of Eden Lake. A series of bad decisions by stupid people and a guy with an ego. You could have just got up and left and all your problems would have been solved. But no, your ego got you and your girlfriend into this mess. Then you kill a dog. These people were trying to kill you. You grabbed their knife. You wound up protecting yourself, and their dog end up paying the price for these stupid kids' action. Then you apologize to those kids? Nope. I would have taken that knife if I was that guy, and I would have put it in one of those kids' throats. And all the other kids then would have ran off. And I would have gone off with my girlfriend and had a happy life. But no. He apologized, and then shit started to go south. And I was like, I am done. I refuse to accept stupid decisions, and then more stupid decisions, and then apologizing to the people that are trying to kill you. I'm tapping out. I'm done. Fuck that movie. Eden Lake, I will never watch it. I am done. I tried. I got about 33, 35 minutes into it and was like, nope. So anyways, there's my little mini bonus review. But now I am going to fire up the Blu-ray DVD 4K player here, and I'm going to check out this I almost said this nother, but no, this other Ti West film. And I don't know why I have a DVD copy of this, but based on the price tag, I feel like this was maybe something that my mom had bought a while back. And spoiler alert, my mom passed away a few years ago, and so I have, her and my dad's movies now. And this might have been something that she picked up on DVD years ago and just never got around to checking out. And that is The Innkeepers. That's what I'm going to be checking out next. That's the next review to look forward to on this here OGP's Movie Reviews channel. So another Ti West. So I'm doing a little Ti West theme here in these couple episodes. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. Have a good one, and I will see you next time. Hubba bye bye. In the words of the great Fluffa Gamer, hubba bye bye.